Oh no, why are we bringing those champions here? No, 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 there's no synergy there. Why would you do that? You're just gonna lose in arena. See, we're just losing. We're losing over and over and over again. What's the next thing you're gonna do? Are you gonna bring your clan boss team into something like Dragon or something? I mean, that could work in theory, but it's just not what you're supposed to do. You need a different kind of synergy for the dungeons. You just cannot do stuff like that. Why would you do that? That's not a good idea. That's just not a good idea. We will just lose over and over and over again. There's no point in doing such things. You need synergy. We need synergy. Magnar is about to die. And we just wasted 6 minutes of our life. What's the next thing? Are we gonna bring Seer into Clan Boss? Oh my god, we're actually bringing Seer into Clan Boss. We're about to lose so much. Oh my god, I had the worst nightmare. I just dreamt we used all the teams in wrong places and we were just failing everywhere. So let me just help you out so you don't walk into the same nightmare. Welcome to Mr. Wednesday's 101 series. Hey guys, this video will actually have like, I believe, 3 intros altogether. We're actually on my account real quickly because I wanted to make this intro, right? So this is basically Mr. Wednesday from the future, and in this video you'll be seeing a faction war takeover I did for a friend of mine, a clanmate of mine, and actually it was the first video I ever made in Filmora, the software I'm using to record these videos, right? And the problem is I was actually a big noob, obviously, like everybody, so my editing skills weren't as good as they are right now. So about 15 minutes of the video is, well, I'm not gonna say bad quality, but it's definitely not the quality you're like seeing right now. Thankfully, the end of the video, which I actually recorded after the initial runs, is again top tier quality. So just basically the runs themselves, the stages, I believe 17, 18, 19, 20 and 21, or was it 18 through 21, I'm not sure. They're kind of bad quality, but the audio is still good. And then at the end I'm gonna explain how I build the champions and what was the idea behind the builds. So I hope you stick through the quotation marks bad video in the middle and actually check out the builds if you're struggling with this faction. All the future videos will have top tier quality. I just didn't want to like go back and remake the video, not because I'm lazy, but because I do like to be honest with my viewers. If there's anything this channel will never be, it's fake. I'm not gonna pretend like all the things I do myself are 100% successful the first time I try them, etc., because they're not. You're actually gonna see in this video, well, actually you'll hear me saying that I had to go back and rework a champion, because I actually did. The initial build just wasn't good enough and I actually didn't check his boots. So things can fail, and I do want you to see that, because perhaps you'll fail and then you can go back and check, oh, okay, so this is why I failed and this is how I can improve, because that's the idea behind my channel. I'm not here to just show off my skills or whatever. I just want you to learn and be able to progress in this game. So without further ado, I'm just gonna jump straight into the video. Thank you all. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. We are already at like 121 subscribers, I believe, and that's just mind blowing to me, given that the channel is alive for not even a week now. So truly, thank you all. Thank you again. And let's go into the video. Hello guys, Mr. Wednesday here. We're back to 4 stars account. You're probably at this point really familiar with his account. We're actually going to be doing a takeover in regards to faction wars today. So he made a lot of progress and then I helped him out a bit further. So for today we have Orc script and Skinwalker script actually lined up. The first part of the video is definitely going to be a lot shorter than usual, given that the teams are already built. I'll just go check really quickly if perhaps any changes were made to their gear, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, and we're back. I had to change up a bit of his gear. Some champions were missing some gear actually, but we'll get actually straight away into the fights. You'll notice a use of 2 legendaries here. I do want to 100% say that you do not need 2 legendaries, most definitely. Um, when I beat this faction on my account, I actually did not use a single legendary. It was mostly double rare and 3 epics. This is the poison strategy. Let's call it that way, because we are expecting actually our man towers here to do all the damage for us. Well, at least in the idea I used. In this conv, it's definitely not gonna be like that, because we will actually have a lot of damage coming out from other champions, so we do not only have to expect him to do the damage alone. And then we do have a bunch of them in regen gear. Actually, there's a lot of regeneration gear that's really good on this account. So that's something I really love to see when I do the faction war takeovers, because many times there's no actually regeneration sets, which makes faction wars much tougher. Not unbeatable for sure. I actually only found out how great regen gear was somewhere, let's say perhaps 70% into completing the whole Lydia bar. So let's get straight into the fights. I'll explain a bit more as we get along. I'll also look to speed up the fighting parts, especially against the waves, given that it will also be full auto. I really wish we actually landed the block buffs there on everyone, but it's fine. I still believe we'll manage. Perhaps I'll actually go back and bring Gnarlhorn into the team. We'll see how we go here. Keep in mind, these Satellia Tenacial waves are really boring to do, so I would advise getting as much crowd control champions as you can. I did try and go basically full damage here for some part, but I do not think it will actually work in our favor. So even though it might, I do not want to waste more time. So I will just really quickly change him up. Oh, actually we're missing some. Oh no, just the upgrade. Okay. So and then he provokes people, which is lovely. Given that that one Satalia is actually not provoked, but she does default to cleansing off our buffs instead of cleansing the debuffs off of them, which is really nice. We lock down her skills, which is perfect. A bit of healing, again block buffs goes on, which is lovely to see. And then more poisons. We are getting resisted a bit, which I find unusual given how much accuracy we have, but it's fine. Okay, now we have some healing troubles. Let me actually check real quick on the Gnarlhorn gear and I'll be back with you. Okay, so as it turns out, our Gnarlhorn is missing something. I did find it quite unusual that he first of all was not debuffing everyone, and then second of all that he was dying because he was actually speed tuned not to die. So we're looking for just more speed here. I'll see if we can perhaps change some pieces up and then move along with it. So something like this basically, and then we'll look to change one of these two into a speed set. Let's see, what do we have here? So basically 9 more speed there. We're also building 3v3 teams for him later on in the day. So the best ones I saw is the best one I saw is definitely this one. 217 accuracy is not enough, so I'll just look to book it up a bit. This is actually a pretty nice piece. Also, there's not a lot of accuracy glyphs actually, which is no good. But it's fine, we'll make it work. +1. I hate seeing speed glyphs roll +1, even +2. That's just a sad sight to see. Any other accuracy we can glyph? No, so 222, that should work. Let's go back into the fight. Actually, this video will include this takeover and then also another Skinwalkers takeover for a complete different account, which I haven't even been on yet, so it's gonna be a complete new experience for me, so to say, because I actually have no idea what I can be expecting from that account. So I guess we'll find out together. I'll actually most likely, I said I was gonna speed up the fights, but I do not want to make you sit through watching they kill each other slowly. So I'll just stop the video here and then pick it up from the next wave if I think there's anything to add into what's already been said. Okay, so we got to wave 2. Wave 2 is actually much easier than wave 1, at least if you ask me, given that there's not a lot of healing between them, and given how easy the 3 copies, 1 on the left and 2 on the right, are to kill. It's fairly easy to get through this one, especially if you have enough healing and then just enough crowd control, combined with some survivability. We do actually really need an Arthorn to get his unkillable there. Otherwise, that's a bit of an issue, and now actually I'm just gonna manual for a bit. Just so we do not waste any of our really important skills, because I would be really sad to see that happening, because I do want them for the next wave, obviously. So we'll try and just keep them at the bay while we slowly chip away at their health. So she's gonna most likely, yeah, now she is. So she's gonna die from the poisons. She's gonna be a problem here. Yeah, she's gonna kill us, that's fine. She's gonna die from poisons next time she takes a turn, so I really wanna start, yeah, spamming there. We can take her out. She's gonna die from poisons, most likely. I'm just gonna, yeah, make sure for that to happen. And then we'll do this, and then this. And then we will use the revive here. I do want him to be ready for the next wave. And then we'll just make sure we actually kill them there. And then it's full auto again. Let's see what happens. So here we just wanna, yeah, provoke the rush cards. We do not want their unkillable up, because that first of all prolongs the fight, and you really do not want the fight to be more prolonged than it has to be. It's fine if anyone dies here, we can revive them, but because there's usually on some, actually, okay, I was gonna say that's no good because he died before the rush card took a turn and he was provoked. What I meant to say is it's okay if somebody dies here, because first of all we can revive them, and second of all, and most importantly, none of these champions which you're seeing here have block revive, which you do have on some stages, so you do need to be wary of that, because if that happens and you die, you will not be able to get your champions going again, which definitely is not gonna get you 3 stars, which you definitely do need to be able to clear faction wars. So here we actually cannot provoke, which is no good, but we can get unkillable onto him. This should also lead to basically these two rush guards dying. Now the only problem is definitely gonna be this Aotar, because we have a lot of time before we get our revive skill back from the cooldown, so we do not want him to kill anybody here. And actually that was really lovely out of him that he chose to attack our friendly feathered friend here, because now we can get our unkillable up, and he is stunned anyway, so we're just gonna A1 here. I do not want under any circumstances to lose somebody here and then not get restarts just for that case. You do not need an auto team for stage 120 basically, so it's really fine if you just manual for a bit, right? I mean, actually like play the game. Jokes aside, that's 3 stars on stage 20, and now we can get on to 21. We do want our friendly Steel Scar heal here for the heals, so I'll just go over and skip over the 2 waves, because there's nothing really interesting about them, there's nothing difficult about them, and then I'll get back to you when we get to the boss. Okay, so I actually did wanna show you wave 2. You do wanna keep this girl right here and this girl right here crowd controlled, because otherwise they have some really pesky skills which you do not wanna have to go through. So that's the main point here, hence why I'm targeting her, obviously, because I actually dislike her more. So we're actually getting through this really nicely. Everybody is staying alive pretty good. And just as I was about to say that, our friendly towers was about to die. So Steel Skull is getting kinda low, but it's fine, we have a reviver, right? And then actually we're gonna anyway manual the first turn of the boss stage, because we do not want any buffs or debuffs being placed, so it's completely fine, especially the skills that bring no utility to the boss fight. You can use them here if you want to get through this quicker, so I'm actually not gonna use that. That's not a bad skill. We'll definitely gonna go for this, a bit of nukage, not a big nuke although, so she's gonna die for sure. I actually do not want him to die. I would love to actually keep him alive till the boss stage, and he actually stays alive, which is pretty great. So now we do not want to do any of that. We actually want to target this ad right here, because of the skill he has, which is a provoke. And actually the most important thing here would be actually to completely stun him, which is beautiful. Now we're gonna place Weaken here just to drop back a bit of turn meter. He's gonna die, that's fine. And now we're back in the driver's seat. So, poison strategy. Boom! We're gonna bank on our friendly poisons here to do all the damage we need done. And then obviously everybody else is just going to do the damage through either War Master procs or basically any damage they already have in their kit. And then it's just important that we actually stay alive, all 5 of us, so we do get the 3 stars we need. So actually another stun there would be perfect, but it's fine. I just do not want any, again, debuffs right now on the boss, so I'm gonna manual just for a bit here, because we do want, as I said, those 3 stars. When you complete it first time around, it's absolutely fine if you do not get 3 stars, right? Like for clan versus clan, if you need the points, etc. It's completely fine if you just get like 1 star, nobody cares, right? You just want those 3 stars first time around. So let's make sure we get we actually make it happen. So if he could die here, that would be sadly that's not gonna happen, but it's fine. We'll just place the poisons next time around, because they do anyway expire in 2 turns, which is fine. And he actually didn't get True Feared, which is even nicer. So okay, some more of that. Let's try for a bit of healing, and then we're gonna do this. And now it's again full auto. At least I think so, right? Yeah. So a bit of healing there. He's gonna maybe die, but it's fine. We anyway have at least 4 to 5 more minutes of this. I actually did not want it to happen, but it's fine. We do have a reviver, so we'll survive. Block scales, which actually does nothing for us here, but it's fine. We wanna just take care of her real quickly. She's gonna die from the poisons anyway. And now we run into a bit of problem, because we actually do want those to revived. Oh, actually that's pretty nice. It worked out pretty nicely in our favor. So we do not have the poisons yet, so we're just gonna go for the weaken, and then we're just gonna take the initial hit. We actually are gonna get debuffed here, so I will have to cleanse that off with our friendly Steel Skull here. I would appreciate if he could have been in actually, yeah, I'll have to do this first. So I would actually love if he was in what's it called, region set as well, but actually we did not have that many region set, and I really did not want to push my luck, so I just decided that I'm not gonna get him into a region set and basically get him to stay alive either through revives or through the healing he does on his own. So he's gonna actually survive the hit because he is unkillable right now. So I'm just gonna heal myself here basically with Steel Skull and then just keep on trucking. So thankfully there's no poisons that this boss places on us. That's beautiful to see. So we just want to get those poisons back as soon as possible. The revive is back thankfully, so even if we die here it's fine. This heal won't do anything to him, but we're gonna use it anyway. So I'm actually gonna wait for the revive and then come back to the healing skill, because I do want actually to heal our Taurus here as well. He does not have his skill off of cooldown yet, which is no good. He should have been a bit faster, most likely. Sadly he wasn't. And now this is the point where the boss will try and actually exchange HP, I believe, or perhaps we're not there yet. So we're just gonna manual here, and now boom, he does his thing, and we go back to, actually let me check real quick, so increase defense, and boom, the poisons are up there. So now we just want to survive for a bit longer. We're gonna increase everything. I really wanted to place that weakened there. So now we have 12 turns to take him out basically, without anybody dying, which could be a small issue given that he did take Hoforus's HP, but perhaps not. He's back to almost being full, which is lovely. And then I really just want to wait another turn before I do anything else, so I'm just gonna A1 here. And then again A1, hopefully it doesn't land, it doesn't, and now he gets his turn in a second. I'm not gonna use the heal there. Okay. So I'm gonna, this is basically everything you're gonna do throughout the fight, so I'm just gonna stop the video here to not make it any longer than it needs to be, and I'm gonna come back to you when we're about 20% till we kill him. Okay, so we're slowly getting to the actual beating of the boss. I actually had to go back and rework the Steel Skull. I figured something is wrong, obviously, because he was moving really slow, and it turns out he actually only had +8 boots, so he was missing like approximately 30 speed, but we're now all fine and dandy. Hello guys, Mr. Wednesday here. We're actually back onto the 4 stars account, day 2. we had a small malfunction. I did mention a couple of times throughout the video that the actual video that's supposed to be uploaded was supposed to be double Skinwalkers and actually completely different teams. I was actually gonna name the video Double the Skinwalkers, Double the Fun. And then actually what happened is the other client didn't have all the champions prepared, or at least we didn't have the champions that could have beaten the boss like we thought we did. So we discussed it and decided to bring another champion up. So that's gonna be actually the separate video. And then at the end of the video I had planned out, I was gonna actually show you all champions, like all 10 of them that we would use throughout the two different teams. And since sadly that is not gonna happen, I just wanted to come back and actually show you the builds we had on these runs. So I'm just gonna sort by faction real quick, and I'll get quickly into explaining. I'll just run through the champion skills, and I actually want to show you the full disclosure of basically everything we have on all of these champions, just so you see. So we do have masteries here. We do not have full masteries here, nor here, nor here. Oh, actually we do have here, I forgot. And then I believe, yeah, we do not have masteries on Taurus either. Are these masteries necessary? I'm gonna say no. I would still get War Master on at least one of the champions you're gonna bring here, but it's definitely not a necessity. I'm gonna also show you the skills real quick. So as you can see, basically nothing is booked when it comes to Cleopteryx. Yeah. And then on Hoforis, we do have his skills booked because our client here actually uses him in different dungeons as well. Or was it Doom Tower? I'm not sure what he told me, but he did tell me he uses him elsewhere as well. And then we also have Steel Skull, who is booked, and I do advise booking Steel Skull, mainly for decreasing the cooldowns that you can see on his A3 and A2, because you do want those heals, especially if you're not running full regen sets like we are basically here, except on our guy Norog. Norog, I believe, yeah, also isn't booked. He does not need books because basically all of his books would either improve the damage or the cooldown, and this A2 of his is not actually, like, let's say, the reason why we can beat the faction or the boss. So you do not have to book him. He's a terrific champion, don't get me wrong. I actually have one on my account and I really like him, but he definitely isn't someone you need to book. And then when it comes to Taurus, I do believe he's fully booked, yeah, but actually the only skill you need booked is this one, the A3, because you do want to decrease the cooldown. It is 4 turns otherwise. So I would definitely advise giving him 3 books at a time and hoping that it goes straight into A3. And if at any point you book this skill before any other he has, I just straight up stop there. He's not gonna do the raw damage anyway, so he's not there to do that. He's there to do damage through his poisons. So any other damage dealing stats are not necessary. As you can see on his build, we actually have 0% crit rate in addition through substats, because we just don't need it, right? We just went for basically the most possible amount of speed and then obviously enough accuracy. You can go to like 220 accuracy and you should be fine. We kinda overdid it here with 243, but it's not a big step out of the 220 I just mentioned. And then you do want a fair amount of speed on him, I'm gonna say. It's not anything insane, it's about 200 I'd say, just to be on the safe side, that you actually do take 4 turns, I'm sorry, between the 3 turns boss takes. So you always have his A3 prepared when boss takes his mirror exchange skill. Basically his mirror exchange skill gets all the buffs from you unless you resist, and then places all the debuffs he has on himself. So you do want to make sure that Taurus does not place his poisons just before the boss uses that skill, or you will lose a lot of HP because he does place the debuffs on all of your champions. Then we have Norog, who is basically here because, well, we did not have a different champion who would be a better option. I mean, we surely did, but as I mentioned in many of my videos, when I do a takeover, I really try and keep it as concise and as free-to-play friendly as it can be, because I am free-to-play on my own account, aside from a gem pack here and there, and then some void packs that are really great. So I hate telling my clients, yeah, just go straight up, get me all these 6 stars, or like get me masteries on everybody. I want everybody booked. Like, I'm not trying to make it easier on myself. I'm just trying to help you enjoy the game more, and then at the same time not waste your resources, right? Because I do not want you, I just don't want you to 6-star somebody who you'll never gonna use again elsewhere, and I don't want you to waste 640 gems on energy and then run 2 hours of Minotaur just to get masteries on everyone. So Norog is basically in a Stalwart set, mainly due to me liking Stalwart sets for Faction Wars, because there are 3 sets that are gonna be most helpful. I'm talking about 4-piece sets, not like obviously speed, I don't know, perception, etc. I'm talking about Stalwart, Lifesteal, and Regen set, like we have, let's say, here. Regen set is awesome because it's gonna let you heal over time, so I do advise on all the champions you use in Faction Wars that are semi-speedy or that you need to be fast to use a Regen set, because they are actually gonna grab a lot of HP back from it. And then on the other hand, if your champions are straight up damage dealers, which in this case could be Norog or Cleopteryx here, we still have Cleopteryx in Regen set, because he has so many great Regen pieces. I just didn't find it needed to get a lifesteal set on her, but she could heal enough from lifesteal, because she does hit, I'm not gonna say hard like arena hard, I just mean like hard enough to heal back, right? So if you do not have like all these great Regen sets, you can definitely go with lifesteal. And as I actually mentioned in the video before this one, so to say, you do not need all of these champions, right? For this team to work, you just need these 2, Steel Skull and Taurus. When I did the Skinwalkers faction on my account, it was a long time ago, and I actually had 1 Steel Skull on 6-star and 1 on 5-star. 1 was in a shield set, and then I had Taurus, and then I had Gnarlhorn, who was a 6-star, because I did use him previously, like a really long time ago, in some dungeons. So I did have Gnarlhorn at 6-star, but basically when you get to boss, Gnarlhorn does nothing for you, I'm not gonna lie. He's not gonna do a lot of damage, he doesn't have any poisons, HP burn, basically nothing. He does, I believe, have a weaken, or no, he doesn't even have that, so basically he has nothing that helps you at the boss. He is truly great for all the waves, stages, but not the boss himself. So he was there like a small helper. And then I had Gear Grinder, who's also rare, who we, I believe, do not have on this account. You can check out Gear Grinder through the index on your own account. So this faction actually has a really great overall champions, and you can utilize a lot of them to clear the faction. If you use, let's say, worse champions than others, you will need a bit better gear for sure, higher speeds, better HP, etc., right, than if you had somebody like a Hippo here. Now let's just go back to our girl Cleopteryx here. So as I said, we have her in a Regen and speed set. I basically just wanted some HP on her. It's not high HP, and since we did not go for the lifesteal route, I did not go for full crit rate, because as I said, she's basically there to kinda deal a bit of damage, not too much, not too low, and then just enough accuracy to place all her debuffs when she can. Because she does have some nice debuffs. Basically these block active skills came in clutch, as you can see throughout the video, in many waves. And then she also has weaken on A1, which is great against the boss. It did not land all the time, but it's fine. As I said, I didn't want to make my client book the champions fully and then just not use her anywhere else. We do have a Hippo, who's definitely an awesome addition to this faction. Again, region set. I actually tried giving him an immortal set as well, but I really didn't wanna break apart other builds he has on his account. So here we have a lot of HP, definitely. He's again somewhat speedy, and we do have just enough accuracy to place the stun he has on A1, and then again a little bit on the low side when it comes to resistance here. I do wish it was about 250, so you always resist the boss itself and the ads he has. But he worked fine, as you can see in the video, so if you cannot get 250, 234 is obviously fine. You could probably go even a bit lower, I'll say. I just do always like to be on the safe side, and I always like to make champions to work on auto in all future runs for like things like clan versus clan or even your like daily glyph grind. And then I actually believe we only didn't show Steel Skull, again region set. As I said, we actually didn't have him in this build in the first run that I stopped. And his boots were +8, so I decided, hey, why not just give him a complete rework, right? So in this case, since basically everybody is in region set, he just needed to like top up their HP through his A3 ability, which does also place increased defense, which is really nice. And I actually used him in Clan Boss for, I'm gonna say, 6 months. He was my, I'm gonna say like my door opener to Ultra Nightmare. And then he has a really great cleanse on A2 and a big heal on A2 as well. And then if you can also squeeze in some accuracy, which we just couldn't do here, he would even place a bit of poisons on the boss, which would be terrific, as it would help you speed up your runs. I did want him just fast enough to cycle through his skills as fast as possible, so he can actually heal our guys, so we can get so everybody can stay alive, right? So we can get the 3 stars. So those are basically the skills and the builds. Now, as far as my channel, it's mainly here to help people progress and enjoy the game more. That's even how I got into doing takeovers. It's not all about the money, for sure. I just do not want people to... I just saw so many people leave the game, even from my own clan, and I just hate seeing that. Like, we lost some great people, like really like early, and also in the current times, and I just hate seeing people leaving due to not being able to progress and just feeling the game is stale, so to say. So I do have a lot of free takeovers, so if you're perhaps interested, you can always find my Discord link in the description of my videos, and you can contact me about how to enter into one. You do not have to take my paid takeovers. I do free ones as well, and I would love to help you progress further, even if it's just by answering some questions you perhaps have. So that's gonna wrap it up here for our Skinwalkers. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Truly, I truly do. This is gonna be a hell of a ride, and I'm really happy about anybody who subscribes. And till we see each other again, Mr. Wednesday signing out. Oh, come on, are we actually gonna win here? Damn it. That was not the plan. Come on, I just wanna make a video. Okay, so now that I'm thinking about this team is actually gonna work in Dragon, I believe. So that's no good. And yeah, we're kinda killing it. Oh, come on. I just wanna fail. Is that so hard to do? I seriously do not want to win here. But I don't think we're actually gonna lose. Oh, come on. Can I please just fail? Okay, so oh my god, we're actually at 16 million already. I'm actually gonna wonky brutal. Come on, I was actually just trying to die quickly.